there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, today we're talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. You guys know you're here to see and hear my reaction to the Love and Marriage Season 7 super trailer / teaser. That was an absolute hot mess, and some of you, unfortunately, fell for the trap, and we have to get into it. First and foremost, you guys, is Carlos King just literally inserting himself as a cast member now on Love and Marriage Huntsville? What is going on? Is he going to get a cast member check as well this season? Because what has happened at the end of this trailer, Carlos King, we're seeing a snippet of what took place at what was supposed to be Mel's Day, supposed to be an event celebrating Melody Cherie Rogers, but obviously Carlos King never wants that to happen. So nonetheless, that is where Sonny and Moses make their grand appearance, and I believe Stormy was there as well. And he is just really taking this to another level that even I was not anticipating. It was giving how Suge Knight was like at the Source Awards. If you want to be the person that is all up in the videos, like, just say that. Because what is happening? I mean, why not just get a cast member check at this point? Like, I don't understand what is happening. And even Andy Cohen, you guys, please tell me the episode on any show on Bravo where you saw Andy Cohen actually in the show and involved himself in the actual trailer for the show. He only is interacting with this cast as it pertains to Watch What Happens Live, the reunion episodes, and BravoCon. Outside of that, no, or maybe on his radio show, on his SiriusXM show, but him actually being a part of the cast, you guys? No. What is going on, right? And the biggest issue I have with this trailer is this focus on Martell. Martell, we were lied to, we were bamboozled, we were led astray. There was a reason Carlos King was quiet when Martell was cussing him out on social media and saying to show his real life, but the truth is, this was always going to be the narrative. This was always going to be what was going to happen. Cameras conveniently are just there as Martell is getting arrested and a mugshot. Conveniently, the cameras are there as Marceau in one scene is pretending to be concerned about the charges. And then literally, I did a video myself of Marceau being on the news talking about praying for Martell and free Martell and all these things, right? And then people made a big deal about the cast unfollowing Martell. No. Here's my problem, right? Here's my problem with this whole Revenge P storyline. It is being downgraded. It is being diminished. It is being minimized to paint the picture that Mel is just a bitter ex-wife who wants to get back at her ex-husband for cheating on her. And the issue, and this is why some of these casual fans need to pay attention to what is taking place on social media, because they would know when Carson Blue last year exposed what was taking place, and that she was aware, and that she was asked by Martell SIDECHICK to, on advice on participating in this Revenge P, which validated everything, you guys. Martell knew he had a warrant. It's just so happens he wants to turn himself in or get himself arrested all of a sudden as the cameras are rolling so he can have a storyline because Mel refuses to film with him now. And then Courtney and Tisha just diminishing this to a text message. Here's the thing, you guys. How many people do you know that just get arrested for just sending a text message? Please, a show of hands.
especially in this economy, especially in this day and age, in social media, especially how black people are treated in the law, and you think that they're just going to arrest you just for fun for a text message, people? But notice nobody is talking about what was said in the text message. And notice how even Martell is trying to downplay what was said in the message. But my issue, this is why victims are afraid to come forward. This is why Me Too got so much backlash, because people wanted to pick apart certain accusers, right? Certain accusers, if they resonated with their story or they felt on their own court of a public opinion that it was factual enough, they supported that victim. But for other victims, it was, oh, they're bitter, they're looking for a money grab, they're looking for clout, they're looking for fame, when they have nearly identical stories to the other 50 people that are a part of this class action lawsuit. Like make it make sense. So I am trying to understand as to why this cast is in support of DV, allegedly. Right? Because why are you defending Martell this hard? Why are you going hard in the paint like this? And really trying to make this seem like this is just a big misunderstanding. This is no big deal. And Marie's having the audacity to say in the trailer about this being online forever. What is happening? Also, why is Kimmy and Maurice even on the show anymore, you guys? Because where were they in the trailer? They are, like, if you blinked, you guys, you missed them. That's how little they were shown. So my thing is this: if Carlos King is so much about the quote-unquote Core 6, why doesn't the Core 6 have a storyline? Why is the storyline the same thing as Season 1, Episode 1, which is Mel versus Martell? Martell does something wrong. Mel is bitter and jealous and insecure and angry, and the whole cast believes Martell's version of events without fact-checking anything. Or, deep down, they know what the truth is, but they do not want to show any allegiance to Mel because they don't like the fact that she is the most successful of the franchise. So, therefore, their get back is to support the likes of Martell Holt, who looks completely run down and rode hard and put away wet, you guys. And I have no idea why they're trying to make him seem like he is this ladies' man, like he is, the sexiest man alive. Like, this is Idris Elba, like this is Morris Chestnut on the scene, you guys. And all these ladies are just throwing themselves at him. What happened to being a good father and trying to set a good example for your kids, right? But now, one of the new couples is alleging that there's some type of history between Martell and the lady. And first they're denying it, saying, oh, that's fake news. No. Then it escalates to, they were at the house a couple times. Well, what house was that at, right? What location was that? Was that at the Atlanta Airbnb? Was this during the time period you were married to Melody Cherie Rogers? Like, we need to get actual dates and actual facts. And how many times is Stormy going to pretend that she has no idea what is taking place, except for she knows exactly what is taking place? And here's the thing, all this time, right, it's okay, I guess, to block Martell's mistress from the show, but apparently it is not okay to block any other potential mistresses of Martell's. Apparently that's fine, right, to continue to bring on anybody and any potential body that was a Martell body, right, designed to, humiliate ultimately and embarrass Melody, right? We all know, and she's even said herself, that she was aware that this side chick wasn't the only one. I believe the quote she actually said, or some variation of it, was that it's not that this particular one, that she was the only side chick. She was just the one that decided to stick around the longest. That was what it was, right? She wasn't the first person that, you know, Martell cheated with. She was just the one, and not the only person, but she was just the one who lasted this long, who's lasted 10 years because she thinks that there is some light at the end of the tunnel. And then there is highlighting the Tasha K interview. And Martell's rationale is basically, if Mel goes low, I go lower. And she tried to put me in jail. And all of these things, like, it is all talking points, you guys. And it is not actual facts. But the thing is, by him saying this and by the cast backing him up, now all of a sudden it is painting this picture that people are falling for on social media, that Mel is the problem now. That Mel is the issue, that Mel is the disruptor, that Mel is causing all of this chaos because she is still mad at Martell for cheating on her. And that is very dangerous, right? Because this is the same Martell who basically doxed his own ex-wife and, you know, released all of this personal and private information to Tasha K, all because he was mad he was exposed. He was mad that his revenge P plot didn't go the way that he wanted it to, and other people were able to corroborate this revenge P. And I am just trying to figure out why this cast thinks it's appropriate for your fellow cast members' alleged sex tape to be distributed around and presented as though it is Mel involved allegedly with another man, when it is clearly Martell's bald-headed head on the video, you guys. Make it make sense. But for some reason, this is all Mel's fault, you guys. This is all Mel's fault. And now all of a sudden, all the black women on this show are all side chicks, you guys. Everybody is a side chick now, right? Like what are we accomplishing right now? Nobody can be, you know, successful and independent and all these things. Everybody has to be somebody's side chick, or at least start off as a side chick. And the way that they're just letting Martell run this season is a huge mistake. And him just coming after Chris Fletcher like this, and Chris Fletcher not having the smoke, is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. And then, you know, Mrs. Fletcher is, you know, going back and forth. 1 minute she's basically saying, hey, she didn't know that Chris Fletcher was married at the time, but basically said that something inappropriate did happen when it wasn't supposed to happen, which would indicate you knew he was married, right? But it is just a disaster. And the Fletchers now, it really seems now the show is going to zone in on making Martell and the Fletchers be the focus, you guys. And they're trying desperately to make Stormy happen, but it's not working, right? Not working at all, which is why they brought back Destiny, which was also equally embarrassing and inappropriate, because why are they playing sexy time music with a scene with Martell, you guys? And trying to now push this narrative that, oh, maybe we had something together. And considering Destiny's ex-husband continues to take her to court, why on earth in this trailer are you guys making jokes and trying to imply that your son, who is literally LeBaric's twin, looks like Uncle Martell, and trying to allude that something happens, and then that festers over into the girls having a talk about Mel, about girl code, and Mel basically saying, listen, after everything I went through with Destiny, I don't put anything past her. So it's ironic that Destiny is this upset about Moses, allegedly, but is not that upset about her ex-husband LeBaric. And now this puts a lot of things into question, right? Is the child's current name the name that you were anticipating having with Moses? Did you originally allegedly think that Moses was the father of this child? Is this why everything was so convoluted with there not being insurance at first? Because maybe there was a potential paternity test? Make it make sense. That's why this whole relationship seems so convoluted. The way Destiny is all on Moses, you would have thought that they have been together for the last 15 years. Did I miss this great love story that Destiny is trying to convince the people as if LeBaric wasn't just on the show as well? And you were really doing the most and making it seem like you guys were going to be this power couple together? But now I'm supposed to believe a complete 180 now, that Moses was the one all along. Law, justice, whatever, was supposed to be the name you and him had together, and you still named the kid this allegedly anyways, which now puts everything into question. Which now can make sense as to why LeBaric is putting you through the ringer, because you were playing games with people and not being serious. But when the opportunity for this show came about, now all of a sudden you're trying to put on this show. And why come back on this show just to be treated like a side chick? And why come back on this show just to be used as a pawn in somebody else's game? See, I think that they thought that they were going to eat with this Sunny and Moses drama and that Destiny was going to bring something, but this is still Destiny at the end of the day, people. So, therefore, that flopped. So, nonetheless, she'll be back to basically be a filming scene partner with Martell, and now is some get back on LeBaric and whoever else that they're going to pretend that they were lovers now, or that something might have went down with them too. So now you're trying to put yourself out there allegedly, like you're out here in these streets, like potentially, Law looks like Uncle Martell. Law was supposed to be the name that you and Moses came up with together. But for some reason, you are not acknowledging that LeBaric is actually this kid's father in every single way. This is completely dirty. This is disgusting. And when LeBaric takes you back to court and sues you for defamation and slander by trying to allege and put out there that these other men could potentially be the father of his son and think it's a joke and think it's cute, no. Not gonna work, right? And then we have Marceau, you guys, who is on cloud 9 to be in scenes with Melody Cherie Rogers, you guys. Like, completely over the moon. Even if it's in an argument, even if it's for him to gaslight her. And it was a little bit more of an extended conversation as far as what we saw in the initial 30-second trailer. But nonetheless, Mel is pissed at Marceau because basically saying he's caping for him and saying free Martell and all these things. And that is when Marceau basically, tries to shame Melody Cherie for, exposing Martell. And first, like I said at the beginning of the video, Marceau made it seem like at first that he was concerned about the seriousness of this charges because DV is involved. Whether it is a harassment, whether it is, third degree, first degree, whatever. It is still DV at the end of the day, and that can come in various forms. It seems that some people in the cast may need actual education on what entails DV. And it's not just what you think it is, right? But maybe that's limited for some of these people, right? Maybe they don't grasp the entire picture of what an actual ABUSE situation looks like in its entirety, right? Without just physical, happening. Nonetheless, Marceau went from being concerned at the beginning of the trailer to in front of Melody Cherie, basically saying that it's her fault that any DV harassment took place with Martell because she chose him. So let me get this straight. You knew allegedly Martell first, right? And you've known what type of dude he was, and you didn't deny that you were friends with him first. So what did Mel choose? Did Mel know in advance that this was going to be the Martell that she was going to get? No. If she knew, like I said in a previous video, they would not be together. And again, trying to throw out this narrative, which is very dangerous, that, you know, Martell is not the father of Sugar Mama, and saying that there's only 3 kids they have together, and everybody else wants to whine about people spreading lies and people doing all of these things, but you're fine to say all this stuff on camera about other people's kids, but then want to get on other platforms and say to leave the kids alone, but it's okay for you to imply that, you know, all of Mel's kids are not Martell's, and then go with an age-old story. Do you know how many people Martell has tried to throw out there that Mel allegedly cheated with, and none of any receipts of any sort can be produced to back any of these claims? But you guys keep pushing the narrative. Why? Oh, because you don't like the fact that people actually like Melody Cherie, so you want to slander her instead, even if it's not true, even if it's not factual, because you're pissed off that she has a large fan base. So now that you have tried to lie on her several times, now that you've tried to ice her out several times, and now you're now the new task is taking on people who consider themselves quote-unquote millimeters to try to take them down in hopes that you could take away Mel's fan base, which would ultimately take away Mel. But it's not working, you guys. It's not working, and more mess and more disaster keeps ensuing. And does Letitia want Martell? Like, that needs to be a serious question, because she's going harder for Martell than even Kimmy is, which is saying something, you guys. I mean, anything that is negative about Martell, immediately Letitia is on the defense of Martell. She is the CEO of the Martell Holt fan club, you guys. She's even knocked off Destiny, who was crying allegedly at Martell, you know, the rumors that he was under a psychiatric hold. Tisha wants to be chose by Martell. That's the reality, right? That's the real of this. And I think she's doing this on purpose because she is jealous of the fact that Marceau likes Melody Cherie. So therefore, she thinks her get back is to flirt with Martell and defend Martell's to the depth, right? And really make it seem like he is this, you know, misunderstood man that is just, you know, being taken over by a bitter ex. No. And then this beef with Nell and, you know, Tisha, Nell better give it to her. And Letitia trying to make fun of her name and all these things. No. And Melody Cherie sitting there on ready because it was foolery to begin with and foolery from the start. It's just a mess. Everybody is background. Everybody is atmosphere, you guys. Everybody is once again hiding behind Mel and Martell and not telling their truth. So how can this show possibly survive, you guys? Make it make sense. So there's that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.